So let's take a look at the overall bracket. This is it, the final bracket that we're looking at for stage 1. And yeah, now, bored. 100%. I mean, we're looking now at 5 Fears versus Taiko in the next up. This is going to be pretty crazy, Dianic. Game, take us away.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much, Artie. Oh, hello. Hello.
Oh, yeah,
He's doing it.
Listen,
let's
I
stop.
want
Should we toss a
want a
coin?
bit of a cake. Yes, let's do that. No,
Okay,
it's
cool.
moving in the game. It's a bit too late now. But listen, at least we got to see a bit of Las Vegas today. Remember the last few cycles that we had? It's just, we were robbed of Las Vegas, man. I'm so happy that finally we're able to see a little bit of Las Vegas. Love here, love this map. Great chance and also many things that Queen down with vertical play right here. Both teams find themselves already in the middle here fighting on top. This is just to decide who gets to open the vault, I believe.
Absolutely. And a massive panel in the center of the Mega Dome opens up and drops one of Taiko's players down. That's going to leave Pika up here, just doing some recon in Bizlight. He spots one dropping towards them as well, so a bit of a split comp here. Oh, and there's the tumbling, the remaining just chain reaction from that first bit of destruction sends Pika down as well. We've seen Hako's backing on up. As mentioned, one of the few heavies running the shack, and my god, does he make it work. In a KS23 world, he is flying the flag for this weapon, and he's the fraggiest of them all, strangely, coming into this series and into this cycle. Etelko taken down to about half HP, but he'll back on up. There are many sources of healing. Oh, good flank here from Nakos. He's found that opening. Manages to spray through OG, who can only run away with the mesh shield up. Etelko, though, trades back onto Treason, but there's so much damage taken on the side of Taiko that it should be an easy cleanup here for Nakos and Carnifex. Carnifex hunting now for Pika, who has hit his regen. 1 versus 2. It is winnable, but perhaps wise to back away as that res comes through. There's a 1 versus 3. He's just going to wait for the opportunity for his teammates to coin. That's 5 Fears winning the first vault fight, but that vault has only just been tapped, and the objectives are now going to be blocked by Taiko.
He's waiting on the other side of the building. Of course, great sideline here from Pika doing a little bit of damage. Of course, not too much deadly damage, but at least it's a bit of transporting already going around from the side of the vault. They're trying to go and plug it towards A.
Oh my god.
As middle bit just keeps on falling down, it's been completely now destroyed. Meaning the top bit of that is just gonna be now denied to play as a like middle ground for rotating. Oh, there we go. He's still trying. He's unfortunate. Keep going. There we go. Wonderful. Took a few shots, but he got there eventually. The plug has happened. And meanwhile, Taiko, of course, they're right here. And this is something they were really great at last time we were playing this map. They were always able to steal it and then just hold the control against 5 Fears. And this is something that 5 Fears really need to be careful of because history just repeated itself. And as long as they can hold on to this, they're going to be the ones coming out on top of it. They use the gateway to go back down, but the steal is happening once more. 5 Fears have learned from the past. But as for right now, it just keeps bouncing back and forwards in between these two teams.
Yeah, and that just goes to show that steals don't really mean much unless you pair them with kills. Nobody getting kills in either direction there, and it just returns to the status quo. Telco now baiting a steal yet again. This time, no goo fortress. Those goo barrels before, really the MVPs, and well utilized by Taiko, but of course, easy response for 5 Fears. And now 5 Fears split up a little bit. Carnifex quite disconnected from his team. Might have a gateway set up. Did have one earlier. Telco now trying to find another angle, but it's the vertical being held by 5 Fears that forces him off it. That shack, again, causing them some panic. Going to circle round now to the roof and see if they can get a kill. So someone's going to get a kill at some point, Diane, I promise you.
Eventually. Listen, there's still a lot of time, 16 minutes on this whole game. They're gonna find a kill eventually throughout the game. But look at Taiko. Find themselves back into the building, trying to go maybe for a cheeky little bait of a steal. Not quite yet being flipped once more, but 5 Fears, they're playing quite far backwards. They're trying to get these angles down, doing quite a lot of damage. As for right now, the steal shall be denied, but there's still a little bit of time left with that. They've exposed their positions, but they're just slippery. Look how quickly they've just fallen back from their positions. One has been found, and he will get that kill. But luckily for the side of 5 Fears, there's no more time left for Taiko to really swoop in and get the last second steal. There's going to be the cash out for the side of 5 Fears, but Pika doing so much damage, he might just be able to get himself a few more kills here before he gives up the flag for this one. It's going to be a wipe, just a quick little reset for Taiko.
My immediate thoughts is that's just a masterclass in positioning from 5 Fears. But they constantly kited away. And I sort of groaned at OG at one point during that because he really overextended to get a kill and he found himself trapped. He didn't know where anyone was. He was just hunting. But, you know, at that point, there was 10 seconds left on the timer. They had to do something. So Tycho, you know, made a calculated risk and it didn't pay off. But 5 Fears just didn't give them anything. Didn't give them an inch. Constantly had connection to the box, connection to the objective, but never putting themselves in too much danger. I also love the fact that we're playing Vegas with so many KS23s because it's a different map now. This Megadome is completely... there's not a single segment of it that's in the correct location anymore. It's all been tumbled about like a kid stepping on Lego.
Listen, it's a nice change. You know, maybe it's under construction. You know, maybe the workers need to get back some of their jobs. This great job opportunities for the people inside of the finals universe, right? Like, again, gotta rebuild it, gotta restructure it. Maybe some more support beams would be the solution in that case. But, you know, who knows?
Those guys do work real hard, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. Like, imagine how many times they had to rebuild a building. Like, that is absolutely crazy. Like,
every
guys,
time I load into my game, the map is pristine. You know, they do such hard work.
It's amazing work on top of it, but unfortunately it's also amazing work how quickly 5 Fears got themselves to do so much damage against the side of Tycho, and also finding a Talco out of the game. OG as well. Pika now last in a 1v2 scenario. He does see that do a little bit of damage to the side of Treason, but he finds themselves in a disadvantage. He needs his teammates to spawn back in again. No defense coins. It's gonna be a long time before they spawn back in, and both of these two statues are inside of the objective. So retrieving them is going to be a very difficult task to do so.
The steal coming through for 5 Fears. Neither elimination nor qualification for the finale on the line here. Just a reminder, the winner here has more chances to qualify in the upper bracket than the loser, who will be second on that waiting list. But still high stakes here because everyone wants to get as many chances as possible to reach that top 4. And both of these teams know what it's like to be in the top 4. You know, they've both won a cycle. It's strange to see them in this lower bracket, as mentioned. That's why perhaps this game is taking a rather patient, tense flavor as we move through. Tycho have vertical control, but 5 Fears again at arm's length from the objective, always with a way to connect to it, but never exposing themselves. And now Tycho have jumped into that trap and try to force their way out of it. The goo proving potentially useful, but no wall is safe with the KS23 in the hands of Treason. He opens up another sightline. Carnifex forced back though. That's a huge pick for Tycho. And now Nalkos and Treason are scrambling. Massive glitch connects and takes down the shield of Nalkos. His teammate falls as well. It's Treason. Only now Nalkos remaining. And he's on 1 HP. They just need to stick the steal and deal damage in response. Pika does it. That's a steal coming out for Tycho. They keep themselves alive in this best of 1.
It's gonna go all the way to a third box. It's not over yet, and this is the closest one a 3v3 between these two has ever even been. The last time these two teams faced each other off in the top 8 was the Psycho one in the grand final last stage, and both these two times it was Tycho being quite sneaky and quite dominant on their win twice, a 2-0. So this is the closest match, and it's already spicy. But, of course, next vault needs to be open. A little bit of information now being gathered from the side of Pika. He will be spotted, needs to retreat, not allowed to find himself be taken out here. But this Invis could just prove himself to be perfectly, as he just finds those bullets, but not quite the kill yet. There we go, the first one is set. Maybe the second reload needs to happen. Beautiful Invis as well, gives him enough time. And he just tries to chase, but needs to be careful. It's a 2v2, and he's leaving his teammate all alone. Italco as a heavy standing casually. Oh, you got a res. Beautiful. Back up to a 2v3.
As a twitchy mouse and keyboard player, it's really funny watching Pika's perspective and seeing the really slow turning circle that he has. A really low sense on the controller, but it works for him. He's very precise with his aim as a result. So we're back up to a 3 versus 3 now as those reses come through. A bit of a reset, a lull in the action. That box is in play, has been tapped, but it's out in the distance. I don't think either team are keen to run out there right now. 5 Fears trying to control the objectives itself, or themselves. Tycho now have control of the box. We can see Pika running over the rooftop. And that's Carnifex, Invis on the distance, just doing some light recon work. Treason, though, gets into a brawl with the 2 heavies, and that's essentially a 3 versus 2 that they've taken, because Pika is so far away, and Carnifex was able to jump down, join his team. Etelko trying to fight his way out, though, and does a great job of it with 2 swift kills onto Carnifex and Nagos. A 1 versus 1. Both heavies low. Etelko with the 3-piece manages to keep his team in it. Tycho, they should get this plug.
What a great 1v1 play from the side of Tycho. Of course, the plug should be here any second, but that doesn't mean that it's over yet. Of course, 5 is going to be spawning in very soon. And they're going to have a lot of tries here as well. And considering how the last cash out went, flipped multiple times the players were running around the building, being quite slippery. This time, just look at this building, man. There's so many things that can go wrong. It's not a typical, it's just a room, but the building has collapsed. Walls have been open. There's so many things that can go wrong if Tycho and 5 is because of the new created ways. It just upsets them a tiny little bit. But of course, 5 is has spawned back into the game. C4 is now set. They're trying to just clear it out to their advantage. Luckily, there wasn't all too much onto it. And this is a great chance now here for Tycho to just wait and see what happens, because they have the perfect vision, right? They can even destroy the floor, play vertically on this one, but 5 is, they are taking their time here. They still just try to be attempted, but nothing quite happening as for right now. Tycho being quite patient with their execute.
That glitch very crucial there to deny the dome that was enabling Treason steal. He has to fall back off again. We're going to get basically one fight here. There's no time for a wipe and then a second push. And the way these fights are going, they are slow, they're methodical. They're off the back of a singular pick. Everyone's hunting, everyone's fishing for that crucial frag. We can see a bit of a brawl breaking out. Low HP here. Narcos the first to go down, but traded out there. Treason finding OG. Pika now the last alive, though, as Carnifex cleans up. 1 versus 2. Definitely winnable, but Carnifex taken out. Pika, full health, wants to find Treason. Treason has to try and res his teammates or steal. He goes for the res on his teammate of Nagos. And now we have a 1 versus 2. Can the lights deny the 2 heavies? This glitch grenade is going to mean everything. The goo in the way, and the glitch does connect. That will disable Treason's gadget for the moment. Second glitch comes out, but the steal is being stuck regardless. 3 teammates here to try and guard it. He has to dive in. The steal is successful. Etelko and OG, have they coined in quickly enough? Can they collect the damage that has been done? Or will 5 Fears stick the landing and finally beat Tycho in a 3 versus 3? Yes, they will. 5 Fears come out on top.
Proving that history can be changed. My god, what a game. Till the very last second. Not gonna lie, I thought there for a second Pika might have just had it because he just looked away and attacked it, but the steal also happened in that moment. What a beautiful game. And listen, it is so amazing to see how close these two teams are and how much 5 Fears have adapted over the time to play against Tycho. Again, complete different team. If we look at the first cycle, they couldn't hold anything against Tycho, and this time it was a head-to-head between both these two teams, and that made it so much more interesting to watch. RD, what a game, and 5 Fears, they claimed the first spot on the waiting list.
Yeah, I gotta say, 5 Fears, they're gonna be right up into the upper bracket, but Tycho, well, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a waiting time for them, and, well, they'll be in the second matchup there, but wow, I mean, 5 Fears, Carnifex was not lying when he said that he was going to be retooling his approach specifically for Tycho, that they were going to be looking at the VODs to just try to figure out how Tycho plays and strat against them, and that came out in droves here. I will say Nagos as well, making the Shack look really good. I think the Shack is overlooked right now in the wake of the KS23, but genuinely, Nagos is making that Shack look better than ever. He has the specific opponent, and that's why I love comp. But that's the end of stage 1. We got 2 more stages. So everybody take a look at the final set of stage 1 here